Hey guys, it's Paul with Next Level Media, and I am back with today's Tuesday tip of the week. Last week we talked about audio levels, but this week we're going to dive into some transitions that are going to help make your music sound even better. Let's jump in. All right guys, we are back inside Adobe Premiere Pro, and today I have two different audio clips. I have my normal background music here, and then I have a new audio clip here. So two totally different sounding clips, but I want to try to make them seem seamless as we go from one to the other. So what we're going to do, there are different kinds of transitions that we can use, but one that you can do, and we've talked about this in the past, is we can use keyframes to have the music start at one point and then drop all the way out. So what we're going to do is start here with this first clip, and we are going to come up here to the stopwatch, and we're going to set a keyframe right over here. So that is going to have our music at the level that we want people to hear it. Sliding down to the end of our clip, or pretty close, we are going to click on the numbers and drag them all the way out. So now it sounds like this. Just a real nice fade out, just like that. You can also see it down here in our timeline. You can see that's my starting keyframe dropping all the way out. So we're gonna do the same on this one, but we are gonna make it go backwards. So again, we're gonna click on the stopwatch. So this is our ending point. We want the ending point to be at that -20. And then we're gonna come to the beginning and we're gonna drop that all the way out. So now, as you can see in the timeline, we have this drop and then this increase. So let's listen to it. All right, so the music goes out, and then here comes our new music. But the problem is I don't want to have the music all the way out. In all of my videos, I always want to make sure that there's background music that kind of helps carry the episode. So what we're going to do is take our second clip and we're going to drop it down to this second line of audio, and then we're going to slide it over. So they're pretty much right on top of each other. So now let's take a listen and see what we got. Yeah, that is pretty good. So you can always tweak these. You can make the transitions quicker or not as quick, however you want to do it. Another maybe easier way to do that is to actually use the effects control over here. We have our audio transitions, click and drop down the caret, and then our crossfades. So there are two that I normally work with: constant power and exponential power, or exponential fade. So what we're gonna do is come over and we're gonna reset all of these. We're gonna click on the stopwatch, and it's gonna ask us if we wanna delete our keyframes, and yes. So that's gonna keep that at that -20 the whole way through. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna click on our end point. If I was to be over here, then that would take away the keyframe and you wouldn't hear that music at all. So wherever your cursor is, when you deselect the keyframe, that's where that level will stay. So we'll go ahead and delete those keyframes. Perfect. So now we are both at -20. So in order for these transitions to work, you have to have them smashed up right next to each other. Let me zoom in a little bit here. So the constant power, that is going to be so that there is no fade out. You don't lose your music. So if we do the constant power, we're going to click on that transition and put it right there where the clips are. Now let's take a listen here. So it made a transition, but it was a little too abrupt. So we can zoom in here and we can click on the end of the transition and we can stretch out the duration. So let's, 3 seconds. Let's do that. Now let's hear. So pretty much the constant power did what we did with the keyframing, it just made it a lot faster. So we can also, let's say we want the music to completely drop out before it comes back with the new clip. So let's go ahead and click on this and delete it. Then the exponential fade, let's drag that in. And again, let's drag that to 3 seconds. Now this may feel a little too long, but we can always adjust. So it really depends on your preference and what you're trying to accomplish in your video. If you want the music to not fade out, then you can use the constant power. If you want there to be an end and then a start, then you can use the exponential fade. All right, guys, there you go for Tuesday's tip of the week. I hope it was helpful for you. If you have not subscribed yet to my channel, feel free to do so down below. And if you have any comments or questions about anything you'd like me to cover, feel free to leave a comment down below. And I will see you guys next week for Tuesday's tip.